Hello, 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 and welcome to a thoughts and opinions video. I'm gonna probably do multiples of these for various games, like kind of whatever takes my fancy, whatever I want to talk about. Um, I figured with the release of Hawkeye having just happened on the Disney Channel, and the release of SpiderMan coming within a week on this game, I figured Marvel's Avengers might be a good one to cover. This is a game that has kind of really divided opinion amongst both Marvel fans and video game fans. Mostly seeming to gravitate towards the negative side. Like people generally don't seem too happy with this game. Um, I have a bit of a soft spot for it. Um, I have a lot of frustration with it as well, though. We'll get into it when we play. So yeah, let's do that. Um, First things first, I am so glad I got the PS5 version of this. The loading screens were horrendous on PS4. Upgraded to PS5, they're almost non-existent. Um, yeah. So I mean, you have this sort of hub. Well, you have several hubs. It's kind of like very Destiny style. You can go between all the different like hub worlds, and they all function mostly the same. There's a lot more interactables in like this. This is like obviously the Chimera. There's a lot more interactables in here than there is anywhere else. Um,
Certainly make an impression, don't you?
this is
know what you're referring to.
Kamala
for
asked you for an
whatever
autograph
is.
and
Oh
you
my
gave her
God,
a
why?
private tour of the training grounds.
Why
I
talk
do
now?
not think it's a competition.
Sure.
Anywho, so yeah, this is a looter brawler. I'm not really too sure why they decided to make it a looter. I really don't think it suits the Avengers style very well. I need to accept my daily missions. So yeah, it has daily missions, just like most of these games as a live service kind of things. Like have they're suitably boring. It's rescue people, defeat enemies, defeat certain enemies, so on and so forth. You get like one boss battle as well. Well, two boss battles. I think it's every day that you get a new one. Yeah, 17 hours. So yeah, every day. Um, and yeah, the game is like I said, this is kind of divisive. I think the core combat in this game is very solid. Um, I'm glad we have a boss battle in the city because the city is my favorite biome. Is that what I wanted to do? Or was it this one? Or was it this one? I feel like it might have been this one. We are going to turn it down to the lowest difficulty because it's just less frustration. And you don't seem to get any better rewards for turning the difficulty up. This is one of the many missed opportunities that this game has. I don't really understand why they didn't make it so difficulty was a bit more important. Um, so I've been playing as Black Panther because he's the newest hero. He's really cool. They actually did a very good job. They've actually done a really good job with all of the heroes, like in terms of like how they feel and their movesets. Their character designs are a bit hit and miss. It took me ages to find a costume for Hawkeye, which is who we're gonna play as, that I actually liked. And this is a premium costume as well, and were it not for the fact that the game gave me free currency for like leveling up the various hero passes and stuff, I wouldn't have bought it. Like they're overpriced as hell. I think they're doing cosmetics in the right way, in that the microtransactions are all cosmetic, but they are they're like maybe double the price that they should be, like maybe more, to be honest with you. Like you can pay I think one of the credits packs is like $14.99, and that's the one you need to buy to be able to afford an MCU costume. They don't cost $14.99, but they do the
All right,
credit packs
Avengers,
in
we've
awkward
pinpointed the
amounts.
location of one of AIM's cloning research labs. We believe Scientist Supreme has perfected her cloning technology to the point where she can literally produce copies of our most deadly foes. Needless to
I'm going to skip this. So there is
We're
a
dropping you off close to the location.
campaign
AIM is on high alert,
in this
so
game,
look out for any forces in the area.
but it's awkward as hell to replay. You basically have to reset the whole thing to be able to play any of the campaign again, outside of a few missions that show up. It's such a bizarre system. I don't know why they didn't just have a mission list.
They have the tower locked down with an elite guard team. You're gonna have to take them
So
out
yeah, you're
before
sort
you can
of,
enter
for the most
facility.
part, these games are sorry, this game is you are thrown into a sandbox, and you have to. You know, I'm not even going to do the side bits. So you can go off and do side bits to get loot. Maybe I should do one just to show you. You know, I will do one just to show you. I'll do the closest one. And loot is basically consists of mainly gear. And the gear system in this game is atrocious. It's really unrewarding. A lot of the stats and perks don't feel like they're really doing much. Let's use my ultimate already. One of the many problems with this game, the camera. And insane particle effects as well that literally just take all of your attention away from the graphics, which are actually very pretty, which is very disappointing. Like 90% of the time you can't see what is actually going on, which is really sad because the actual, like, the quality of the graphics in this game are good. Like, when not much is going on, it looks really good. Like, I mean, I think this is fine. Like, you know, this all looks cool. But then you've got, like, look at all these, like, different visual effects already. Like, and there are way worse ones as well, where, like, you can't see what's going on at all. Lots of cool takedowns. I will admit I have purchased some of these. These are the only thing that I've purchased, because I think the takedowns are really cool. So yeah. So that was a side mission in this game. You just, you know, beat on a couple of dudes, and then you open a hold, and you get these chests, and then up at the side you have all the things you're gaining. And they usually give you gear. There we go, gear. Now, this gear, we're going to go straight into the gear screen and we're going to just have a look. So it caps out at 130 normally. They're going to be raising the gear cap for literally no reason whatsoever, outside of to add arbitrary numbers to the game. But like, so you look at all of these, like, stats, like, you know, 9.1% chance the heavy combo finishes grant an invulnerability buff. How long does this vulnerability buff last? No one knows. Is this invulnerability buff valid for, like, multiple hits? No one knows. Like, what does it even do? Like, and, like, when you have this perk and it activates, you won't be able to tell it's activated. There's no, like, proper indicator. It's like, you don't know, you know, what is even happening. You've got, the next one is light combo finishers inflict particle damage. What does particle damage do? I don't know. I've been playing the game for hundreds of hours and I have no idea what particle damage does. I've never had to look into it because it's all meaningless. Like, all of the status effects, everything, meaningless. Like, it's like the only thing that matters is the big number on the gear and the numbers up here. That's what matters. And these numbers you get from gear. So it will say in the top right of the, like, stats screen. These are all kind of, like, randomly given to each gear piece. So you have as much chance of getting something amazing as you do getting something terrible. As a matter of fact, you have significantly more chance of getting something you don't want than what you do want. So when you get a gold piece of gear, it doesn't really feel very special because you don't, like, expect anything from it. It's just terrible most of the time. Yeah, like, I think they could really like overhaul this system a little bit. Maybe actually just removing all of this valor, precision, intensity, and all that stuff in favor of like standardized stats. Like to make the heroes play like how they would play, you know, if like they were taken straight from like the comics or the MCU.
This team will not be easy to neutralize.
And just give them standardized stats, and then as a trade-off, make the perks on gear more interesting. You know, make the visuals on the perks more interesting, so you actually know what's going on. Like, make the status effects, make them mean something, because they don't currently mean anything. Like, you know, you can tell me, oh, actually, you know, particle damage does this, but in practice, it doesn't. It doesn't do anything. Like, it's so annoying. And the thing, like, it frustrates me even more because the game itself, like, it can be really fun. Like, this combat is quite satisfying. Like, I'm enjoying, like, right now, taking shots with the bow terribly and missing. But, like, you know, this is enjoyable. This is genuinely enjoyable. You know, maybe it looks a bit boring, I don't know, but, like, I really enjoy taking robots out, like, with Hawkeye's bow. And I'm getting laser beamed now. Bad times. Yeah, I don't know, like, the combat system it's decent. Like, there's sometimes a little bit, like, of a feedback error kind of thing, like, where I feel like my attacks aren't really registering on the enemy. This is because enemies just aren't very prone to staggering. Like, I mean, this is a bad example. This enemy is staggering a lot. But most of the time they don't. But it's kind of random when they do. And like, as you can see, particle effects again, I can't see what's happening when I do my finishing move. Wow. See, but that finishing moves are cool. Very cool. So yeah, like, and I think like they've done like some really cool cosmetics as well. Oh, is he gonna explode? Yep. Ooh, that was a lot of damage right there. Gonna do a recovery arrow. That's my arrow zipping around there. Not that you can really like see it very well because of all the crap that's going on. But do that again. Okay, he's gone.
In the meantime, I'm sending you to the lower floors. Find a target who has more information.
The leveling system in this game, like half of it is really good, half of it is terrible. So you've got what is the best way to show this? So you have your hero level. Now hero level is what unlocks you all of your combos. So you only start out with like I think 1 or 2, and then you have to unlock the rest of your character's skill tree, which is like all combos. You can see Hawkeye's default skin there looking terrible, like genuinely terrible. So you unlock these by like leveling up. And this is satisfying to do, like slowly expanding your hero's moveset. It feels pretty good, like arguably a little bit slow at times, but it's not like terrible. Like it feels fine. And all the while you're going through the campaign, you are unlocking all of these skills, and it feels relatively organic. It's good. After that, they've also added a champion system. So once you hit level 50, you can continue leveling up to get like these, which is just like its percentage increases to damage and defense and stuff like that. I feel like they could have made these a little bit more interesting. Like, you know, just having percentage defense and stuff is kind of meh. But like, you know, it's something. It's something to work for after level 50. And you need it, because the only other thing you can work for is your gear score. And gear score I have the same problem with as I had in Destiny. Like, 90% of what you pick up is terrible. And you're never going to use it. And you end up just spending ages sitting in a menu dismantling. There's sometimes a chest behind there. Oh, there we go. And like, you know, that is like the gameplay. You're just dismantling gear. And like everything is awful. Like I'm going to dismantle all of this at the end. Like I don't even have to look at that to tell you I'm going to dismantle it. And yeah, like the gear grind is awful. It's awful. Like I think it's been improved slightly from launch, maybe, because I don't recall having as much trouble with Hawkeye as I did with Thor. And Thor was my first character I
The
maxed.
information for the facility. You know what to do.
There's a chest with gear.
Okay, this is one of those pressure plate puzzles. I can't remember where the other one is. In the fan. I think there's like one in the fan. That's not an enemy. We'll do the pressure puzzle afterwards, because otherwise... Ooh, he's dead. So what is happening? Oh, more enemies, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. I can't talk. But yeah, combat is fun. Outside of, like, you know, the visual issues, and there are a couple of status effects that are very annoying. Like, needlessly annoying. Ow. What hit me? I genuinely don't know. It might have been you. Oh. There you go.
There they are.
Okay, I think we can do the pressure plates now. So there's one there, one around the corner. One, two, third one. Okay, one of them just went down. Oh, okay, I need to do all of them again. This is a bit annoying. So, one. I think the enemies are coming now as well, which is going to make this more annoying. Two. Yep. See him just round the corner. Oh no, he's not coming. Awesome. Three. Like, the whole process of doing this is quite tedious. It doesn't need to be. Like, you know, they could have made this more interesting. I don't know, like, just put like a hacking minigame or something into it, maybe. I don't know, like, anything other than just repeatedly hitting the same pressure plate buttons. I wouldn't mind if it was just like for this one puzzle kind of thing, you know, every time this puzzle shows up you have to hit the 4 pressure plates, but that's all they got. You know, it's all pressure plate doors, that's like it. Occasionally have to hack a console, but there's no minigame for that, you just do it, you just hold down square and it's done. Oh, okay. Shot the wrong enemy, but that's fine. Ow. I should have avoided that. But I mean, like, you know, what you're seeing now, like, you've essentially seen the whole game. The story mode is a bit more interesting. But I can't show you that, because you can't replay it in a normal way. It's, like, I'd have to start the whole game again, and I don't want to do that. You know, like, there's a scene where, like, Kamala is being chased by the Hulk through the Chimera, and it's such a good, like, mission, I think. I really enjoyed it. But I can't replay it, like, without resetting the whole game. It's just dumb. It's really dumb. And it's one of the best parts of the game. And the story got worse with every DLC as well. It picked up a little bit again with Black Panther, but it was still pretty atrocious.
Using his credentials to enter the AIM database. And
yeah, I don't know, it's the same thing over and over again.
Watch out. I think it
They need more content. Like, I've done this boss battle about, I'm gonna say, like, about 70 billion times, I think. It's probably, like, the actual number. Like,
So good of you to come.
I sound like I'm like just shitting on this game, but like I genuinely feel they've got something. Like, they managed to make it so each Avenger feels unique, like when you play as them. That is an achievement. Like, you know, to put a game where like the Hulk and Iron Man can both function within the same set of parameters, but also feel different. It's really great. The problem is like what you're doing with them. Like you're never doing anything of value. It's always the same thing. I've fought this boss a million times, and look at how slow his health's going down. And look at how much I'm getting shot by rockets. Let's sort that out. There we go. Also gonna get a health increase. But like, fighting these boss battles as well is another thing. Like, you've got all these interesting and unique villains, and they're like, the designs are nice. I think he looks like Taskmaster looks cool. Like, they've designed him nicely visually. But in terms of the actual fight, you're just fighting a brick wall. Like, he's a brick wall that can like take down, depending on what difficulty you're playing on, that can take down like half your health bar in one hit. And it's just not fun. Like, you wind up doing this for way longer than the fun lasts. Like, gets broken up with like little enemies, and then we're back to this, and I mean, look at this. Like, they're just wailing on him. And what is actually being achieved? Like, nothing. Look at his health. It's like, it's not budging. Like, make mechanics, like actual mechanics. Like, don't just do a wall of health. I get it's probably balanced for like multiplayer, but like, hell if I'm trying to play multiplayer on this game. Like, speaking of the multiplayer, so this game was designed with multiplayer in mind, to the extent where you physically can't queue a mission solo. Like, you have to have bots. Like, and these bots are horrendous at times. Like, when you want them to deal damage, they don't. And when you want them to just leave your target alone, they will kill steal, like, all the time. And it does happen all the time. So, the game gives you daily challenges, on the hero card as well. And these hero card challenges are quite often, like, I'll kill a specific enemy type, and you have to do them, like, daily. So you don't have long to do them. And let's just say it's Dreadbots. Dreadbots are these big tank things. You'll get maybe one or two of them in certain missions. Not guaranteed either. These Dreadbots have walls of health, just like this guy. And you could do like 90% of the damage to these Dreadbots, and then Captain America will come along with his shield, and he'll throw it like that, and he'll steal your kill. And that kill does not count towards your challenge. So you've just wasted half an hour trying to do this stupid challenge. And it's so frustrating, it's infuriating. Like, just like, let us turn the bots off. Or like, decide how many bots we want. If I just want to do a mission with Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, let me do that. Like, don't do it like this. Like, this is bad. I need to return to it again and give a positive, and it's the same positive I've been giving, because it's the only positive I can say. Like, the characters and the combat, for the most part, feel good. Like, the combo system, the, like, heroics, the characters' movesets, the way characters' movesets are designed, like their movement options, they feel good. They've done a really good job on it. And some of the suits as well, some of the cosmetic suits are great. They've done such a nice job with them. It's just, they don't do anything with them. You've got this like impressive roster of heroes, an impressive roster of like suits and like finishing moves, and there's never, oops, see, like, because of my visual effect I couldn't see that I was standing in a red AoE. Like, it's a mess. And this isn't... I'm going to probably die again. No, I'm good. So quite often, when you're low in health, you resort to just sort of jumping around, because that seems to be the way that enemies just don't know how to hit you. Hawkeye has multiple arrow types, so I probably should have been showcasing that. So he's got, like, these, like, explosive arrows as well. I can't remember. Do I need to detonate this? Yes. Look. And then I do my ultimate against these guys. Oh god. I just tried to double jump. Hawkeye can't double jump. Captain America can though, which is very strange. Hey, he's dead.
Never learn, masters.
Ooh, a burn and a pun.
Good lord.
Fury. I want you to be the one I relentlessly annoy by
Yeah,
not
I
following
really
orders.
wish they'd put a little bit more time into like mission design. And like, so a lot of their like, I think one of their lead story designers or like the mission designer for the stories left, and he was the one that was, or they were the ones who were responsible for doing all of the impressive set pieces that were in the
Great work, Avengers.
like
If
the
we get any
main,
more
the
sightings
first
of alien
campaign.
We'll be back in touch.
And since then, we've had no set pieces, no interesting story moments. The whole thing's felt very rushed. It's felt very like, oh god, we need to like make some money off of this train wreck. But what they really need to do is they need to sit back, listen to the community, and just take their time, make the content that comes out like worthwhile. Like we've got SpiderMan on the horizon as a DLC hero release. One of like Marvel's most beloved heroes that so many fans would have been excited to play as, and they signed an exclusivity deal with Sony. So now 50% of their player base isn't even going to get to play him. And also as a result of this, I mean, they're not going to put as much money into it, are they? Like, why would a big company like Crystal Dynamics or Square Enix put loads of money into a hero that only 50% of the player base is going to get to even experience? So my prediction for the Spider-Man DLC is that they're not going to do any story. I think he's going to have limited everything, to be honest with you. I think he's going to be like a almost recycled hero. I wouldn't be surprised if he has recycled moves. I wouldn't be surprised if they took shortcuts with a ton of his abilities and like whatever. I'm anticipating being a bit disappointed by Spider-Man, and he'll be the first hero I've been disappointed with, because all the hero launches thus far have been really good. And maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping that like he's fun. Please be fun. I will do a video when Spider-Man launches, just sort of see like what state he's in when he launches, how they've handled him and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know how much time I've got left, because as usual I haven't looked at when I started this video, because I'm clever like that. Should I show you like a little bit more? Like, should we show you like Iron Man maybe, or like maybe Widow? Like Widow's quite fun. She's kind of similar to Hawkeye though, so maybe I shouldn't show Widow. Sorry, I'm very sorry. That was disgusting. Maybe I shouldn't show Widow. So yeah, Thor was my first hero that I leveled up. So you can see I've put time into this game. Like, I clearly have a passion for it. Like, you know, I'm 150 with Thor, 140 with Widow. Iron Man's getting there. Hulk's a little bit behind. Kamala's very behind. Kate Bishop is very behind. Hawkeye's 130. Black Panther's 135. Captain America's 130. So like, I've put the time in here. Like, I like this game enough to like, but I like what this game could be. And that is both the thing that motivates me to keep playing and also the thing that disappoints me the most. I think to myself, man, like, they have so much potential in this game. Like, the combat system is fun. They have so many heroes to play with. And I mean, like, if they do good cosmetics like this one, like, they're onto a winner. I mean, like, but like, you look at some of this stuff. Marketplace. And then we go over to... Oh, no, that's not Marketplace. We go over to Hawkeye, and you look at some of these cosmetics. I mean, some of them are okay, but a lot of them are just recolors. Like, you know, it's the same stuff. Like, I mean, it's the same. Like, what is this? What is this molten thing here? This is weird. Like, I mean, that's kind of cool, but like, I ain't paying like what they want for it. No way. You know, they have like, so like the old man Hawkeye would be really cool, but they didn't bother to add any physics to his hair, so it looks kind of odd, like when you're kind of running around and his hair's not moving, especially when he's running next to like Widow, who has like a full flowing head of hair. It just looks like he's from like a different game. um, but like, you know, that old man Hawkeye skin could have been really cool, but they kind of goofed it, just like they've done with a lot of it. You know, why would I want this one when I can get this one, which is the standard one? What is this? What are these? You know, have one of these. Don't have like, you know, fucking 3 of these or however many they've got. What is this? I'm sure someone loves this, but I don't love this. That's a pretty cool costume. Probably go for that one, maybe. 350. I don't have 350. Certainly not paying for 350. You know, the only thing that I would buy is like the takedowns, and some of these are pretty cool. Like, I like these. Don't quite understand these tachyon ones. They're a bit weird. Some of them have some weird physics as well. Like that takedown, I guarantee won't function properly in the game because there's like it covers too much space. Like they need to like close it down because like things glitch out too much when you like have a takedown that throws things long distances. But yeah, I'm probably not going to show you another hero. Maybe I'll save that for Spider-Man when Spider-Man comes out. But like all in all, like, you know, if it would be very hard for me to recommend to someone to buy this game, even though I really want to. I really do want to because I want this game to succeed so they can make more content for it, so they can maybe turn it around a bit. But at the same time, I'm also not very convinced that they can. Like, I think like the broken and boring gear system is way too embedded into what this game is, and it shouldn't be. Like, they either need to completely rework how gear works, which like is a monumental task that I'm not sure they're up to, or they need to scrap it entirely, or give the option to not play with gear like Ghost Recon Breakpoint did. I would actually very much like that. Do what Ghost Recon Breakpoint did and give me the option to disable gear, because I don't find gear interesting. But yeah, I don't know. That's probably enough of, you know, watching Hawkeye pace around this dropship. This game has so much potential, and I think a lot of people are willing to just sort of shit on the game and not recognize the things it does right, because it does do some things right. Like, I think like its cosmetic store is expansive and it's done the right way. It's just a bit too pricey. The combat is really fun, but they overdid it on the particle effects, so like they need to tone all of the visual effects down. Like, you know, there's a few mechanics that just don't feel fun. Like there's a mechanic that disables evading. Like, why? You need to evade to be able to actually play the game. There's also a mechanic where an enemy can blind you, which just makes your screen go white. Like, yeah, that's a great idea, Crystal Dynamics. Like, remove the graphics from the game. You know, one of the very few things you got right. You know, I think, you know, graphically the game's okay. The characters look a little bit spooky sometimes, look a bit soulless, but like, for the most part, they look cool. Like, there's like a lot of cool visual designs, like here and there. A lot of bad ones, but there's also a lot of good ones. Takedowns, really cool idea. Keep making more of those. I literally spent some of my currency on takedowns just before starting this video, so, you know, they are good. I think they're worth it. They add variety to what you're seeing from the gameplay. But yeah, like, just, I don't know. Yeah. You've got a lot here and you're not doing anything with it. Its current price tag, which I don't actually know if it's on sale at the moment, so it could be anywhere between £20 and £60. I wouldn't recommend it at any price within that price region at the moment. If it was under a tenner, I would say maybe pick it up, or if you can get it for free, pick it up. Or if you've got a group of friends, maybe pick it up if it's 20 quid or something. But until they add something a bit more substantial, something a bit more meaningful, and they actually deliver on what the Marvel Universe, we know the Marvel Universe can deliver, yeah, I would say it's an avoid for the most part, and it makes me sad to say that, because I do want this game to do good. Man, this video has been a rant. It's been an actual rant, and I don't know, I think I've been needing this rant for a while, because I've been playing this game for a very long time, and I feel like the dev team is just on a different page to the player base. There's clearly some communication going on there, but they're not quite with it. So yeah, that's been my sort of like thoughts and opinions on Marvel's Avengers. It's a weird like game that I love and hate at the same time. I'm gonna keep playing it, which is a good sign, but I wouldn't recommend that you do. Not right now. Yeah, that's it really. So thank you for watching my thoughts and opinions and a little bit of gameplay from Marvel's Avengers. I'll be back with a video for SpiderMan when SpiderMan launches, just see how substantial that is. I'm not expecting big things, so it might be a short video. But yeah, no, thank you for watching my impressions of the game. Good luck to Crystal Dynamics with turning this thing around. I hope you can. I really do. Thank you for watching, and yeah, goodbye.